Hello, everyone. Dave Robinson here. Happy New Year to each and every last one of you. Happy New Year. 2025 is here. 2025 is here. I really hope that each and every last one of you was able to spend time with your family to enjoy those moments because those things are very important. It's a great time of the year, ever since Thanksgiving all the way until now. You guys, for families to get together, you get time off from work, you get time off from school, just those things that make it very, very special for families to be able to enjoy those moments without interruption. So I know how that is, and I really am grateful to hear a lot of families I ran into talk about how they enjoyed the holidays and still currently are. Some of the children, for instance, not even in school and for another week. So I know they're happy about those. But definitely want to say Happy New Year to everybody who's out there and who was able to spend those time with their families. This is 2025. And one thing that I do carry on every year, we carry some things on to the next year, some things we try to leave behind. Unfortunately, we are carrying the statistics that we have every year in this country. And that's 600,000 Americans that go missing every year. That's just one of those things that's been going on for a long time. One of those things that we have been battling in this country is a silent, some talk about high blood pressure, for instance, a silent killer. It's a silent tragedy that's happening in this country. Often is not heard. For instance, in my family, I didn't know anything about missing Americans. You hear sometimes some case where someone go missing. Oh my God, it sounds like it's probably one person a year or two people a year. You never know anything about these statistics that's out there. The amount of people that go missing every day, almost 3,000 a day. Almost 2,000 of which are children. Things like that. You just don't know those things until it happen to you, till it hit you, knocking you on the door. So again, I want to unfortunately say, Happy New Year. But we also have to be aware that what it is that happens in this country. We can't avoid starting the year off, without acknowledging that. But the year is good. It's going to be great. The year is wonderful. This is the year that I believe. This is the year that I have faith to believe that I would find my son. Of course, I've been looking for him for over 3 years, and I would constantly continue to do so. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk about the Please Help Find Daniel website. I'll talk a little bit about the search. But mainly I came tonight to talk about the missing Americans that we have already. We have one that I know of. I'm sure there's many more, like I say, over 3,000, almost 3,000 a day. But I know of one that went missing today, and that I will be talking about her story coming up here. But Thank you, everybody who's joining in on this live. I decided to do a quick live here. I'll try not to stay on long. Those who are in on the Instagram side, I always keep saying every time I do a live, I wish I could put you up on the screen. Hopefully this year, Instagram decide to allow you to do that. Of course, I'm able to put the comments of people on Facebook, those who are on YouTube, those who are on Twitter, but somehow Instagram is being left behind. So how are you doing, Jen? Thanks so much. Hello to you. Thanks so much for the prayers in 2025. Carrying that on from last year. Again, sometimes we try to move on from things from the previous years and say, hey, we're going to leave that behind, start new. People got new resolutions. But I'm carrying my fight for my son to this new year. It's impossible for me to leave my son behind. It's impossible for many families to leave their loved ones behind. So we have to carry that on to the next year and keep fighting. Warriors of the missing warriors for the missing is what we are, and definitely going to continue to fight for our loved ones. So I thank you, and this is the year. Thank you so much, Stacey. This is the year. I truly appreciate that optimistic spirit and that faith, speaking things into existence. I really appreciate it. So I will be joining you guys again back on this live. I'm going to do a quick break and get prepared for the next part of this. So thanks so much for joining in on this live. Hang in there. I'm going to be right back. So please don't go anywhere. I will be right back. When the lights and camera turn off, I will be here. When the interest and conversation fade, I will be here. When there's no one around, a father will do anything it takes to be there for his son, to protect his family. Without these special people behind me, I wouldn't have a search. Hello, everyone. David Robinson here again. Thank you again for hanging in there. Those who are with me on this live, I truly appreciate it. I want to throw this up really quick. I want to tell everybody thank you again so much for it. And I'm going to start this over again, Jen. Thank you so much. Hi, David. Hello, everyone. Prayers for Daniel in 2025. Again, Jen, thanks so much for carrying forward. Definitely want to bring that energy to 2025. I definitely want to put that faith in the air. I'm a man of faith. I believe in faith and I believe in action. Faith is action word, and I put actions behind my faith. Thank you also, Stacey, for being here. And this is the year again. I will find my son, and you're correct. We will find Daniel. We'll find many, many missing Americans out there. So I'm going to do my part, and as you guys do your part as well. Again, it's about sharing. Sharing is caring. If you can find a loved one story, a missing person, please share. Don't take a moment to share on your time on your social media platform. Just share. It helps families. Trust me, it's a big deal. It could be a difference of a person being found quickly or not. So again, it's always important to share. Thank you again for the heart, Stacey. And also, thank you, Lavender Lily. Hello to you from the YouTube side. I really appreciate you being here. Tracy, thank you for constantly being on the lives whenever I do them. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everyone. Everyone, Happy New Year. Again, for those who didn't see the first part, I know you enjoy times with your families. I hope so. Like I said again, it's a part of the year when everyone can get a day off from school and other places to spend time with their family. So I hope you guys took advantage of that and were able to do that. Happy New Year again, Lavender Lily. And also, Jen, thank you so much again. You're in Arizona. Please let me know what I can do to help. Yes, you guys, please. I'm really trying to put the search together. So we'll be talking about that tonight as well. Thank you, Jen. I truly appreciate your help, your love and support. Thank you so much. I want to start in really quick here, you guys, by throwing up this statistics that we have. It's something, again, what I said, the first part is that we carry things over to the next year. Many of us say, hey, this year we're not going to be doing XYZ. I'm not carrying this energy over to this new year. We make New Year's resolutions. I can't tell you I'm just not a big resolution person, but I am a person, again, like I said, to believe that I'm going to continue to do better as things every day. It's an everyday step for me. So I definitely was saying this year, I'm trying to find all the avenues I can to be better, be more effective, not just for Daniel, but also for other families out there. Again, you guys already know I'm running for Congress again in 2026. I did really good in 24 last year to come close to beating a 23-year incumbent. So I'm definitely going to continue to do that because I have things I need to do. And that one thing is to fight for missing Americans, to fight for those over 600,000 that go missing every year, to fight for those who voices not heard, to fight for those who's going through human trafficking, to you name it, to find those solutions of things that's happening in this country. So I will continue to be doing those fights. It is not going to end in 2024. I'm carrying those things forward. I'm carrying my son forward and that fight as well. So again, thank you guys for hearing these statistics. I'm gonna throw up here real quick. Again, we have over 600,000. I round that up, 563,000. This is 2024, you guys. 563,389. I say 600,000 that go missing every year. And also, we have the resolution. Those are resolved of those cases where, unfortunately, many are not found. Many are found deceased or in other circumstances. But we do have an overwhelming number of people of cases being resolved. But we look at this number on the bottom here. It's unresolved cases, 20,000. This is something that we are plagued with every year of missing Americans, cases that go unsolved, unsolved. And look at my son, similar numbers in 2021. He's part of that unresolved caseload. So again, we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to battle that, to combat that. And one of those things, again, when I make these lives, is to ask you guys to please share a missing loved one story. Please, sharing is caring, and please share any chance you get. It don't take a moment. I know we like to put our pictures up. We like to do certain things, but it don't take a moment just to slide in a missing loved one story because it can make a difference. It can make a big difference. A lot of these families just don't have, just simply don't have a voice. So I want to join in right now and share some of these loved one stories. their pictures, their names, and guys know to recognize their face. You can call these police department and try to help these families bring them home. You can share this video later on so other families can see it, share it on their page. And I'm telling you guys, you share it to the right person see it, and that can solve a case. So you can be a part of that. Warrior for the missing. That's what we are. So again, you guys, if you want to be a part, please share every day, every time you can. Share a missing loved one. So you don't have to have a missing loved one to share. I mean, you guys did that for me and my family. Daniel went missing. I pushed really hard. I worked hard for 3 months to get Daniel's story out there, get it on the national stage, and you guys shared it. We haven't had a resolution from it yet, but I can tell you it made a big difference. I got a lot of leads. We've got things moving forward. I was able to get resources to do the searches I was able to do, put thousands of flyers all across the country. I mean, you name it. You guys do the events too. You name it. All that came from you guys sharing the story and putting Daniel's story in the right place. So you can do that for other families too. I want to add this to the screen here. We have Missing American Alert, Kamari Thompson, 17 years of age. He was last seen on December 29th, 2024. Henrico County, Virginia. You call the Henrico County Police Department, 804-501-5000. You can help a family. You can help a family bring this young man home. This is a missing child. We need to bring Mr. Thompson home to his family. You guys recognize his face. Please share it. Please help that family. We have David Miyamoto. He's been missing. He's 30 years of age. Been missing ever since January the 30th of 2023 out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. Kannapolis Police Department is the number that you can call, the persons you can call. The number is 704-920-4000. If you know you guys anything from Miyamoto, his family, please, they need the help. So you guys, please share his story and help bring him home. Also, we have Pazziah Harry Mott. Ms. Mott is 14 years old. She was last seen on December 29th of 2024 out of Baltimore, Maryland. You can call the Baltimore County Police Department at 410-877-2214. I'm going to share a lot, you guys. And you guys, please, if you see anybody you recognize, please give out any information that you can. And also, please share. But we want to bring Ms. Mott home, 14 years of age, Baltimore County Police Department, 887-2214. Please, let's bring her home. And also we have Stacy Lynn Rowley, last seen January the 2nd of 2025. Like I told you guys, she went missing today. You guys can share her story, get her home. She missing out of Glen Oaks Ridge, Coralville, Iowa. You can contact the Coralville Police Department at 319-248-1800. Again, that's 319-248-1800, and bring Ms. Riley home. So I just want to jump into my next set of people that is missing, and want to make sure we pay attention, because these are mostly our children. Like I said, for me, it doesn't matter if they're children or adults or old or young. They are missing Americans, but we definitely want to protect our children, especially. So I want to share these loved ones. We have missing here Devon Robinson. He's missing here in South Carolina, of North Charleston, South Carolina. Been missing ever since October the 10th, 2024. He is 17 years of age. Appeared to be a black male. If you guys have any information, you can reach out to the Missing Exploited Children, 1-800-THE-LOST, or you can reach out to the Dorchester County Sheriff's Office here in South Carolina. The number is 1-843-832-0300. The family needs your help. Let's bring this young man home, Mr. Robinson. Hey, he may be kin to me, I'm not sure, but definitely want to bring him home to his family. I know the devastation how our family feel when we have a missing loved one, and that's a child of ours. Definitely, we have also Maya Ann Marie Allen. She's missing out of South Carolina as well. Missing ever since November 4th of 2024, just recent. Out of Lake City, South Carolina. She is 17 years of age. She appeared to be a white female. Maya was last seen on November 4th again. You guys have any information to bring this child home, Reach out to the 1-800 the lost, the missing and exploited children, or you can reach out to the Lake City Police Department out of South Carolina. The number is 1-843-374-5411. Let's bring Miss Allen home. Also, we have here Ashley Sade Williams. She's been missing ever since February 1st of 2018. She is now 31 years of age. She's been missing out of Atlanta, Georgia. She's a black female, medium complexion. She's 5'1", 115 pounds. 115 pounds. She had brown long hair, brown eyes. She was last seen on downtown Atlanta, Georgia. The circumstances of her disappearance, she disconnected, walked away from her family and friends. Was last seen communicating. Last known communication was that she left to go out of town with a male friend. She was diagnosed with mental health issues. You guys know any information about Ms. Williams, you can reach out to the DeKalb Police Department, 770-724-7715, or you can reach out to the Black and Missing Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI. You also can visit the Black and Missing Foundation at bamfi.org. And there's a QR code there. I'm going to hold pause for a second, you guys, for those who watch this video later or now and want to use your QR reader. You can get the information there. All right, next we have Mr. Bryson Sawyer. He's been missing here again out of South Carolina, missing ever since February the 6th of 2024. Out of Camden, South Carolina. He is now 18 years of age. He appeared to be a white male. Bryson was last seen again on February the 6th. He may be in need of medical attention. So you guys, please do everything you can to bring Mr. Sawyer home. You guys can reach out to the missing exploited children at 1-800 the lost, or you can call the Camden Police Department here in South Carolina, 1-803-425-6025. Let's bring Mr. Sawyer home. Again, that's a QR code, you guys, for those who like to use that QR code reader. I will pause for a second. Also, we have here next Miss Anaya Mims. Ms. Mills been missing ever since April the 23rd of 2024 out of King Street, South Carolina. She is 16 years of age. She is, again, missing out of King Street, South Carolina. You guys can call the missing exploited children. You can bring this child home. The 16-year-old, the number you can reach is the 1-800 the lost. That's the missing exploited children. Or you can reach out to the King Street Police Department here in South Carolina, 1-843-355-5435. And you guys who use the QR code, I will pause. All right. Next we have here is Lanaya Smith. She's been missing ever since December 24th of 2024. She's 15 years of age. She's missing out of Detroit, Michigan. She's a black female, dark complexion. She's 5'3", 135 pounds. She had black medium hair. Her eyes is brown. Nalaya was last seen on December 24, 2024 on the 19500 block of Hamburg. Circumstances of her disappearance is unknown. Anyone with information, please contact the Detroit Police Department, 313-596-5940, or the Black and Missing Foundation, 877-97-BAMFI, Black and Missing Foundation, BAMFI.org, or you can use the QR code you see on the screen. Next, we have here Ms. Taya Simone Alaya Denise Thatcher. Been missing ever since April 4th of 2024 out of Beaufort, South Carolina. She is now 15 years of age. She appeared to be a black female. Both photos here are shown of Tia. She may still be located in the area. She may be traveling to Douglasville, Georgia. Tia may go by the name of Simone or the last name Martin. Missing exploited children, you can reach out to 1-800 the lost. You can call 911. You can call the Beaufort Police Sheriff Office out of South Carolina, 1-843-524-2777. And that is a QR code for those who use the QR code reader. Also, we have here Adele Martin, Cynthia, excuse me, Adele Martin, missing since May 20th, 2024, Georgia, out of Georgetown, South Carolina. She is now 17 years of age, um, and she appeared to be a white female. You guys have any information about Miss Martin? Please reach out to the missing and exploited children. We can bring. She's 17 years old. She's a child. You can reach out to 1-800 The Lost, or you can reach out to the Georgetown County Sheriff's Office here in South Carolina, 1-843-546-5102. QR code readers. Okay. Also, we have Zariah Shante Myra Kim Kirkendale. She's been missing ever since December the 25th of 2024. She is now 16 years of age. She's out of Oakland, California. She's a black female, medium complexion. She's 5'3". She's 186 pounds. She has black long hair. Her eye color is brown. Zariah was last seen in the 1700 block of Telegraph Road in Oakland, California. Circumstance of disappearance unknown. However, authorities believe she is driving a Toyota Camry. Any information about Ms. Kirkendale, please reach out to the Oakland Police Department, 510-238-3641, or the Black and Missing Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI. You can also visit their website, www.bamfi.org, and that is a QR code you can use. Again, she's missing out of Oakland, California. Next, we have here Kendall Garvin, missing since June the 29th of 2024, out of Conway, South Carolina. Her age now is 17 years old. She appeared to be a black female. She was last seen, again, June 29th of 2024. You can reach out to the missing exploited children at 1-800 The Lost. You can call 911, or you can call the Conway Police Department here in South Carolina, 1-843-248-1790. We can bring Ms. Garvin home. All right, you guys. Lastly, we have here Miss Jayla Bailey. They say the photo here is the best they have of her. You guys can make that out. She's been missing ever since July the 4th of 2024 out of Charleston, South Carolina. She is 16 years of age. We want to bring this child home. She appeared to be a black female, and could be wrong, but you guys can see if you can make out this picture. You can call the missing exploited children, 1-800 The Lost. You can call 911, or you can call the Charleston Police Department here in South Carolina, 1-843-577-7434. Again, we can bring Miss Bailey home. Thank you, everybody, for joining in with me to share some of the loved one stories, share some of these names, share on your social media. Like I said, you can share at the right time, get to the right person, and I'm telling you guys, it can make a big difference. So definitely continue to share. I want to put some more people up on. Thank you again, Lavany, Lily. Hello to you. Also, thank you. Let's see who I have. Jen, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you being here. And again, Tracy, thank you. Aaron, thank you, Aaron, for being here. You're always here. Thanks so much for being here, and everything you have done in the past, and you continue to do for Daniel. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for keeping these missing children faces in the public for awareness. Yes, we have to do that. We are warriors for the missing. We have to do that. We have to continue to fight for all missing Americans in this country. We have to make sure everybody aware of the disparities that happen. We have to make sure that we are fighting for everyone. Again, I'm a fighter. You guys can see that for 3 years fighting for my son. But you also know I have a military background, and one thing we were taught is not to leave a fallen comrade, not to leave a soldier behind. No matter what happens, we over there in the war zone. We are not leaving one of our own behind. We shouldn't be doing that here on our soil here in the U.S. as well. It's leaving in America behind us that's out there, that's missing. So again, we have to constantly keep those fight going, and I'm going to continue to do so. Prayers for all of these children. Yes, thanks so much, Tracy. We definitely need those prayers, and we also need action. Again, guys, I'm telling you, I'm a man of faith. People say, hey, look, I have my faith that, I'm an example. I have my faith that I'm going to get this job. You cannot sit on your couch and expect, a job to fall in your lap, right? So we go out in faith and go put foot forward, like I have been doing for 3 years, fighting for my son, because I know this is the year, you guys, and I'm going to keep that faith. I'm going to find my son. I'm going to get those answers I'm looking for, and just keep going forward towards that faith. You cannot, faith is action word. We're going to make some changes. We're definitely going to move forward. So again, I really appreciate you guys for being here. I got one more thing I want to jump into before I jump off here, and that is, of course, talking about my son's, the search that I have coming up in the spring. Well, I'm going for in the spring, and I want to make sure everybody's clear. Here it is now, January. I have did everything I can to put this search together, starting off ever since November, after the elections. After the elections, I had to decide to, try to get another search out in the desert, because I've been spending ever since March of early last year preparing for a run for Congress, and that took a lot of my time. So now that I'm done with that, for now into 2026, I need to get this search done in the area of the desert that I'm unable to hit. This based on this area of the desert that I want to get is based on a tip that was there a long time ago that law enforcement knew about. They haven't acted upon, but I want to act upon it and go look in these areas. Of course, you guys, those who joining me on the search know that we go out there on that search, and we're going down that ground. We're not looking for Daniel running around butt naked in the desert. We are looking for human remains. We found human remains out there. We brought closures for families, and so definitely want to. If my son out there, bring him home. God forbid, I hope not, but at least we can clear my mind, clear my family's mind, that Daniel's either out there or not. We clear these areas and clear it. We have a great indication that Daniel's not out there. That would put a lot of ease to our mind. So I want to talk about that, you guys. So we're going to go to the website. Please help find Daniel. For those who joining in right now. This is a website. Who have never been on the website, please help find Daniel.com. I started this website ever since Daniel went missing. That's the first thing. And I tell families that all the time. Definitely start your social media platforms separate from yours. Sometimes you have to put pictures up. In our case, especially being a Black male, I had to humanize Daniel, because all too often they say, hey, just run away, things like that. So we had to make sure that I knew those things, to make sure that the first thing I did is start a social media platform. I built websites. So I started my website. Please help find Daniel please help find Daniel.com for Daniel. And to be able to engage with the public, to let you guys know what's going on with Daniel's case and things like that. So this site been the first one. Next, we started searchfordaniel.org. It was definitely set just for the searches out there. But now it's all grafted together. If it's still the same way, I don't know. I haven't checked, but the way I have it routed back to please help find Daniel now. So if you go to searchfordaniel.org, it'll take you back to this. So again, just please help find Daniel.com for those who have never been on the page before. You have to sign a petition. I'm going to go through it really quick, you guys, because I'm trying to make a short live. Sign a petition. I started this petition when I was first realizing that law enforcement wasn't going to help too much with Daniel's case. And I really needed them to push. So I started that way. I went to change.org to start this petition. I remember I only had 5 people. So 132,679. I need more than that. A lot of times I take this petition and go out and to talk to officials, and I say, hey, look, I got 132,000 people backing me, that believe in what I'm doing, fighting for my son, fighting for missing Americans. When I went to go talk to some of the senators in Arizona, same thing. So of course we need this, what I call it, not really signing a petition, but putting your voice to the petition. You can do it multiple times. You got multiple email addresses, just amplifying your voice. Of course, you guys remember when you do this, you might have to verify email, do that so it can count. Some people say, hey, I did it, but the number didn't move because they didn't verify the email address and they didn't count it. The other part is change.org also as for donations is not going towards Daniel Robinson, not going towards please help find Daniel, but it is to change.org, and they do need donations as well. I'm not their donation sponsor, but change.org provide a service for people like us, people like me, who need these petitions and things like that. So if you guys want to help them out, you can do that too. But this is the petition that I started for Please Help Find Daniel, and it's definitely for those, like I said, the action. If you look at the issues, you look at the updates and everything, it goes on and on and on and on. But I'm not gonna go through that tonight. But again, that is the. I hope I ain't lost everybody. But that is the petition. Next, we have here, you guys, on the Please Help Find Daniel website. And I hope I don't go out, guys. I'm like I'm about to have some type of technical issue here, and I hope not. Hope it just stop right there. But yes, definitely. For those who are still with me, I hope everybody's here. There we go. I think I got everybody back. Um, yeah, but this is the petition. This is the donation button. I definitely, guys, if you guys want to donate and help me with the search, I really need that. I've been doing this for 3 years, you guys, and I tell you, and if you guys can reach us, search it yourself, you see how much law enforcement spend on searching for someone. I could be referencing to another case, and I'm not going to do that tonight. But they could easily spend over $1 million in 1 or 2 days to go search for a missing person. Right? Depends on how much resource they use from all across the country. They can use up to the hundreds of thousands a day, depending on what type of searches they are using. So again, when I have done my searches at the beginning, my donation was for me to put my boots on the ground. I didn't know how much it cost. I live in a hotel. It was costly to live in a hotel. You guys can imagine that. But those things was pushing me out of Arizona. Saying it's costly. I asked you guys to help me keep my boots on the ground. When I came to Arizona, it was my mission to keep my boots on the ground. My mission is to fight for my son. Like I say, not leave anyone behind. I made my son my mission, and that's why I use that reference, keep my boots on the ground, because it's from my military experience. And so you guys help me do that. Started my searches out there. I needed funding for that. You guys helped me do that. We got all the way up to $300,000 as it was going up gradually, but it's been utilized. That money been utilized to fund the searches, to get my private investigators out there, rent backhoes, to you name it, to helicopter, to whatever, to do these searches. It costs money. It costs money. So I'm not saying that's the kind of search I'm doing now, but what I'm saying is it also caused me to get into a depth. And so part of this donation I have now is to help cover some of that, as well as help cover the search that I have planned for 2025, and that's the spring. So if you guys could help me get there, I would appreciate it, because I'll tell you what, I need the search. Like I said, again, it would bring some peace of mind to me and my family. It give me peace of mind. It give me the opportunity to get out there and search this area that is something that need to be done. So I really need you guys to really, really, really help me by not only sharing the missing loved one stories, but also help me get up to the donations I need to make the search actually happen. So again, and also get back out into Arizona. So you guys, please visit that. Also, we have the events tab. That tab is whenever I did have things like Day of Remembrance and some of these other events to help bring awareness for missing person cases, physical ones. I would have those events, and they have no current events right now, but that would be the button that you use. Request flyers. You guys push the button here. Of course, it take you to the request flyers page. This is free charge to you. It don't cost you a dime to request these flyers. The flyers get sent out to you. I need you guys to do that, to get these flyers continually in your city, your state, your area. You believe it or not, after all this time, there's people that never heard of Daniel Robinson. It's that kind of crazy. I've been in Arizona all those for that length of time for 2 years at a time, and I talked to people in Buckeye, talked to people in Phoenix, and they never heard of Daniel. So while I'm on the ground, while I'm out there in the desert, while we on national TV, or while I'm doing Crime Con or whatever the case may be, haven't even heard of Daniel's story. So it's room of people out there that haven't heard. And when you go share that flyer in your city, that person that may know something was living in Arizona at the time when Daniel was missing, but was moving that day. I always use that analogy. And now they live in your city, don't know anything until they see that flyer and they say, "Oh my God," jog a memory, and they say something that will help me and my family or law enforcement to get the information we need, because they may have some tip that will help us. So it's very important, and also help with resources and things I'm still currently trying to do. So flyers are very important. And what I'm saying, you guys, is free to you. And I truly appreciate it if you can request those and get them out into your area. Um, you know, um, I really need to reach every corner of this country to make awareness. If Daniel somehow some people use that theory and say, hey, he bumped his head, I don't know who he is, he's out there. You see his picture on the flyer, bam, so that would be the best scenario for me. Um, One thing though is to print the flyers. Print the flyer, PDF come out. Again, I want to back up when I say print the flyers, because when you guys print the flyers, the way I look at it, these two tabs, the donation tab and the print the flyer tab, to me are one and the same. Because when you print those flyers out, you're actually spending money, right? Um, let me see if I can find that tab again. But you're spending money, and so when you're spending money, the way I take it, you print. I know how much it costs. Trust me. And again, this depths and stuff, and the cost of not just desert searches is flyer dispatch. I was doing searches in the cities too, and some other things I had to do, follow leads, and you name it. But the cost of flyers being printed every week, trust me, I've been putting out thousands of flyers every week, you guys, and that was good, easy, like two or so grand a week. And I'm telling you guys, it costs. So when you guys say, hey, look, I'm printing up this flyer, Mr. Robinson, at your printer at home, and you want to put them out in your city, thank you, because that is a donation. So that definitely helps me get Daniel's story out there. And I truly appreciate each and every last one who have done that or who does that. Is to say, hey, look, I'm going to print these flyers out. But I've been fortunate to have someone to help me with these when the request flyers, to get those flyers out there, and cut some of my costs for my efforts to find my son. So I've been grateful for that. Also, volunteer in other ways tab for those who have skills. Again, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. For those who may want to join the Daniel Robinson Foundation, because I would need to get this foundation going to do the things I really wanted to do. Also, for other areas, you guys who want to help with Daniel, whatever it may be, you can volunteer in other ways tab. But this is the search tab right here for those who want to join in the search. And if I can get the search off the ground. I got a lot of people already signed up. Thank you guys for those who signed up for the search. I see you guys. I see you. And it's very encouraging when I look at the numbers. I'm like, wow, all these people are actually joining in with me on this search and want to go out there in that desert with me. I really appreciate each and every last one of you. I think I may have lost everybody on the Instagram side. I hope I'm not. But I don't see anything. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not losing anyone. If I lost anybody on that Instagram, I kind of see you there. If you can see me on that Instagram, please say something. I can check and make sure I'm not losing anybody. If you're on Instagram, give me a thumbs up or something, and I can see if you're still there or not. So, okay, let me check this out. Okay, I think I'm still there. I just think I was froze. Okay, I got it. Yeah, there we go. So, thank you. I really appreciate that. But yes, again, you guys, you come to that tab, and this is going to take you to the search page, and volunteer to search. If you guys join in on this search, you will come to this page first, sign up for it. This is a safety briefing. I want everybody to look at this video I created to tell you about the safety, what's out there, things like that, be prepared for. The second thing is line searches. What I plan to do is a line search, and line searches teach you how to properly do a line searches. So it'll be easier when you get out there, because sometimes I'm telling you guys, doing line search. I worked when I did a line search with a family a couple of weeks ago now. We went out and it was in the woods though. It was in the woods, and it's hard keeping everybody in line, and it's hard. It's very hard. Sometimes, like some people say, it's like herding cats, but if you have people to be able to watch this video, you have a sense of idea of what the person's trying to get you to do. So again, you guys, if you guys can, do the video, it helps. It'll help a whole lot. Also, the tips for searching for those who come out. This is desert area where my son went missing. Whether it's wintertime, springtime, summertime, you name it, fall, it's a desert. And this will teach you. This is a good video. This young lady did a very, very good video, and I said, you know what, this is the one to tell you how to dress and how to prepare. It kind of reminds me, she may have some military background. I don't know, but definitely you're always prepared for everything in those areas when you're out there in the desert. So, and we do have the battle buddy system. So you could definitely go to this. You say the brief, you hear me talk about the battle buddy system. Is what I have for my searches. Search for 2025 sign up. Once you get finished that, you guys need to sign up for the search. You ask you some questions here, how many people you have, for instance, and then you hear the terms and agreements, consent there. And then, of course, this is a safety brief on the donate tab, but you also have these Sonoran search for Daniel safety briefing as well in a written form, you guys, so you guys can read that. And that's some things I'll be talking about in the video. So you guys can catch that. All right. And let's see what else I got next here. We'll be back to the homepage. And lastly, you guys, again, if you guys can join in the mail-in protest, you guys even say mail-in protest. Right now I'm at $1,500. I'm really grateful for those who've been donating. Guys, please, if you want to join in on the mail-in protest, please do so. Please do so. I started this mail-in protest. It's something I created. It's because, hey, look, I've been out there, people running from from other countries as well. I have people from you name it. I even have some people from Russia wanting to help in ways to, find my son. And one of those things that say, hey, Mr. Robinson, if I was there or I was in Arizona, I would help. When I was talking about doing a protest. So I came with a mail-in protest, and the mail-in protest is designed to help. Again, this is a form of donation. When I say it's 3 tabs, that's the donate tab, that's the print the flyers tab, and also it's this mail-in protest. Those are donation tabs because you have to print these PDFs out. I call them picket signs. The same signs you see here, all 5 of these are signs that I would be utilizing when I make picket signs and stand in front of Maricopa County's office, stand in front of the Buckeye Police Department. They're not going to do these things. When I get back to Arizona, right now, I'm not able to get back to Arizona where I would like to. But when I get back to Arizona where I like to be able to, have those type protests, I can't get law enforcement to do the right things. And so here it is going on 3 years. So we'll talk about that some other time as well. But these are the picket signs to keep Daniel's case from becoming a cold case. When you guys mail these in, it's helping me. It's helping me and my family to keep Daniel's case out there. I can't. Again, this is my favorite one, so I'm going to throw it up. If Daniel was a cop, what would justice do? We demand the same treatment if Daniel was one of your own. We demand a criminal investigation into the disappearance of geologist Daniel Robinson. What do we want? We want justice. When do we want it? We want it now. This is the signs that we actually be carrying around, you guys. So every one of these signs is something that you guys can print out and mail it into the police department. That's what it's designed for, is to keep Daniel, let them know, hey, when you got the public interest in the case, it's hard and nearly impossible for law enforcement to call it a cold case. You asked about Daniel Robinson Foundation, Daniel Robinson case. Law enforcement would say, "Oh, we still actively working on it." They'll never call it a cold case because we have people mail-in protests, have people constantly still doing those phone calls for me. So you guys can join in. And like I said, these are 5 PDFs. You print them out. Thank you so much for donating and your ink and your paper and letter sending those things off. But what I'm trying to do is get thousands of them every week, from all across the country coming in to the department and say, hey, let them know, hey, we still thinking about Daniel Robinson. We still need you guys to get out there and do those forensic work Mr. Robinson's been trying to get you to do for the last almost going on 3 years. Those type things, so it's still there. I'm still fighting those battles, you guys. Buckeye Police Department here, Chief Robert Sanders, 21699 West Yuma Road in Buckeye, Arizona. Now, this is one thing I'm going to change. I just saw this today and it slipped me over the holidays. Russ Skinner is not the sheriff anymore, so I'm going to get the correct name and change this on the website. But sheriff, you can still send out this information to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office if you planning to do it today. But the sheriff's name would be different. I had to find out what his name is now. I think my team told me the other day, but I couldn't remember that. I didn't change the website. But definitely, he lost his election. Thank God. This guy to me would have been the worst sheriff for Maricopa County, in my opinion. And so, and the reason why I say that because at least Sheriff Penzone, the old one he replaced, at least he actually sit down and had a conversation with me. This one right here, he can tell me. Pretty much tell me to kick rocks, as a family member. So that's the reason why I say that Sheriff Skinner wasn't the one for Maricopa County. He's not representing the people that live there. So again, hopefully there's a new sheriff that I will be meeting. We'll be doing something a lot different. That's what I'm hoping for. I do have believe it or not, you guys, I got some good news for you guys later when we talk about those is the Buckeye Police Department. change the staff. You have Robert Sanders there as the chief. We have a new detective for my son's case. I just found that out a few weeks ago. They didn't tell me, but I better go check to find out why they were so quiet. And I found out I have a new person running his case. He and I had a really good dialogue, planning some things towards this coming up search thing that I want to do. And I want to see if there's a big change in the Buckeye Police Department where I actually can work with the Buckeye Police Department and we get some of these things done. So, of course, you guys, I've talked about that some other time, but tonight is really about to bring awareness. Again, happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year to you and your family, to your loved ones. I'm a family person. I really love family time. And so I know the importance of, you guys spending that time with your families. I hope you was able to do so. I always end up with that same old phrase I always talk about all the time. You have those strifes and things that go on. Hell, this probably is the perfect time to get over those things, during the holidays. But if you still have those, make sure you always tell your loved one that you love them, despite of the fact that you're mad or you got some things you don't like them, whatever case may be. We don't like a lot of people. Sometimes we like them, sometimes we don't. It's up and down with people because we're humans. We all different. But we we love our loved ones. You should tell them regardless, right? And so, tell them, hey, look, I'm not talking to you. I love you, but we're not going to talk. I just want you to know I love you, though, So those things are very important because me, again, I say it over again, I have to now look at old videos. I have to hear myself in an old voice recording to hear myself telling Daniel I love him and he telling me he loved me back, So you definitely want to be reduced down. So I see you, Aaron. I see you right here, Aaron. I'm going to put you up on the screen for those who, let me go back a little bit further so I can put these things really quick. Because Aaron, I saw you say something that I really want to put up. And I'm going to explain that to you shortly where we're at. Okay. All right. Now, you say the Buckeye Police Department needs to recategorize Daniel's case and investigate. They do. It's been past time. And so those are things I'm going to talk to this new detective. We're talking to him about. And also, that's why I'm waiting to get back to Arizona, you guys. Chief Sanders. We need fresh eyes. We do, and we got it. We got it. God is good, you guys. I call those other guys that was there at Buckeye Police Department. They gone. I don't know who ran them out, but they needed to. I hope it was the Justice Department. Thank you so again, T and Wildflower, for moderating. Being a moderator, you've always been that person there. One of my moderators. If my other moderators don't come, you're always there, and keeping the chat safe. So I really appreciate you and everything you do, and you jump in every time I do a live, and it's without warning, and you'll show up. You're always there, so I really appreciate you. I don't take it for granted. Maltese Falconist, thank you so much from Australia. Thank you. I really appreciate it. A lot of people from Australia come in on the chat, so I really appreciate you guys out there in the chats as well. Let me see who else I got here. Oh, Aaron, this is what it was. You're talking about herding cats. Yes. Again, we did it in the desert, man. It was very hard, and it's wide open in the desert. Like I was saying the other week, it was in the woods, and that was really difficult, especially when you're trying to go through brush and all of that, and then you got to look through the woods and you try to see another person through trees and yelling all the time to make sure everybody's still in line. It's different. It's a different thing, a different ball game. But yes. Buckeye Police Department need to release Daniel's case. Yes, they do. And I will see what the new sheriff of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office would do. And we'll see what happens from that point. So hopefully that will be one of the things in 2025 that changes with the Daniel Robinson, David. I'll keep on talking about all kind of stuff. The Daniel Robinson case to bring in new hope, this year. Like I said, you guys, this is the year I find my son. I'm going to really push that, and I'm going to keep on believing that, and we're going to make it happen. So, all right, and thank you so much for putting this T and Wildflower. Flies can be found at pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. You guys, you can either request them or you can you can print them out. I truly appreciate everyone who can do that. Thanks so much, Aaron. I'm just going to come through real quick, you guys. I really appreciate the comments and things you're saying there. Oh, Jerry Snot, that's it. Sheridan, that's it. Jerry Sheridan will be the next sheriff of Maricopa County starting 2025. Yes. There we go. And so I'm going to change that on the website, and I really appreciate it, Aaron, for looking that up for me. And you guys, please, if you can get those mail-in protests in, keep Dan's case from being a cold case until I get back to Arizona. Uh, you guys, I truly appreciate that. And let's see, who else we have here? Anybody else? Anybody have any last question or anything they want to say? And if not, I'm going to jump off here. Yes, it is great news to have a new detective. He seemed very kind. I mean, I almost say Detective Biffin wasn't kind. Don't get me wrong, you guys. I'm not going to even put the man out like that. I just think that it's either he's not knowledgeable, or it's something else, or he's been influenced by something else. But he wasn't a person to anytime somebody can look at a lead, for instance, when young man came and he saw a vehicle like my, and this is ironic. This stuff you guys couldn't remember. Y'all probably remember, don't remember, because it's not in the news and it didn't make the news. Because a lot of times, of course, the news organizations gonna try to side with law enforcement a lot more. Um, and this guy, for instance, was him and his wife were driving. They saw a vehicle in the desert area near their house, and it was in smashed up. It was smashed up really bad, pretty much damaged. Like he was, and the crazy part was he was describing the damage before I actually see my son vehicle. He's pretty much the same. And he said, but it was smashed up against some bushes, some hedges or whatever, the desert bushes or whatever. And his wife took a picture of it, but it's a blurry picture. And make a long story short, Detective Bill say it wasn't my son's vehicle. Now you can't even see the vehicle that great. You can see the shape, and it's shaped just exactly like my son's vehicle. Can't really get full detail because it's blurry. But he look at something in that blurry picture and say, "Oh, that ain't his vehicle. Some of the rims is white." Your guys, I want to know anybody who have a vehicle, SUV vehicle with white rims, white painted rims. Now it's obvious what's the picture quality. It wasn't the color of the rims. It's so blurry. It's the quality of the picture. But I'm saying he's ignorant or something going on, that he just wasn't a good detective, in my opinion. Now, we may have this great detective now, but the other ones, the other Buckeye Post, the higher ups, I call them, that was crooked. That's my opinion. Some type of cover up and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, yes, you're right. We have a new detective in the case. The Buckeye Police Department, the way the Buckeye Police Department treated Dane's case is neglectful. Yes, it is. They have done really terrible job. They haven't done a lot of things, and they still haven't done it. They swat steer wheel, shift the net, and they pat themselves on the back and say they did a great job in Daniel's case. That's all they need to do for Daniel. I'm sure a lot of other law enforcement back them up on that too. But if it was their child, like I said on that PDF, what would justice do if he was one of their own? If it was a law enforcement officer in the same scenario as Daniel, good or well to have been a criminal case on day one. All right. Thanks so much, Tracy, for being here. Hello to you as well. I truly appreciate it, for being a part of here, and being off the YouTube side. Okay, who else I have? And let me see. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm just gonna throw up a couple more things, and then I can jump off here. Just for Daniel. Well, where's Daniel Robinson? Thank you so much. Thanks for the hashtag, Tracy. Tracy, thank you so much too. I really appreciate you. And thank you. Good seeing you too. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And you already know the story, Aaron. You're definitely right about that. Yes. All right. And they have done that. My team and I, we did a whole lot of work out there. Everything, and I tell people all the time, you're right, Aaron. Everybody should know, and I tell people, I even tell the reporters that when we have these interviews and things, everything we know about my son's vehicle, everything we know about the circumstances, it didn't come from Buckeye Police Department. I want people to get confused about that. They didn't come out with 11 additional miles. They didn't come out for the initial site, because all this came from my investigator. They don't know anything about the red transfer paint. I mean, this is what I'm saying. The Buckeye Police Department and all of them, also the Maricopa County Sheriff, they can't even find their own hand in front of their face. They never found no human remains. They never found a human skull. They never, none of that stuff. They never found their own vehicle that was stolen out there. I did that. So long story short, everything you hear about my son's case that's out there, They say, man, that sounds strange and this and that. This happened. It came from my investigation of on our own. So it didn't come from the law enforcement at all. Zero information came from the only thing law enforcement contributed to Daniel's case is to say, try to back up Ken's story and say the vehicle's out there for 30 days and 11 additional miles wasn't unusual and things like that. They try to rebut everything my investigator found instead of embracing it and see it as a criminal case that it is. So that's the reason why I say when I say it's the cover up and stuff like that, because they did everything they can to try to dismantle the actual facts, because if you got 46 initial cycles, they say, well, we can't explain that it is 46 initial cycles, right? But they want you to believe that Daniel was sitting there in the ravine with the vehicle lying on the passenger side, and he's sitting in the driver's seat with his foot on the brake pedal, cranking it up 46 times. It's not even physical possible, and so things like that. So they want you to believe the don't believe the science, don't believe your eyes, the tech, whatever information. Just believe what we say, and I don't take that. And I guess the only problem that Buckeye ever had from me was that I'm a father who fights for my children, for my family. I'm a man who has that kind of integrity, and I love my children. I love my family, and so I'm not the guy to say I take your word for it and I run my tail between my legs back to South Carolina and call them every day and ask them, did they find my son yet? I'm a man of faith, I'm a man of action, and I just have to do it. I just have to. I couldn't rest in my mind if I just sat back and just took their story when it's some BS story about my son. Being a single parent, I knew I have pretty much a good idea what my son thinks like, right? And so some of those things just make a lot of sense. I'm not going to go back over because it's not that type of night, but I just want to say, you guys, it really, really, you know, uh, that's something. Aaron, you started it. You got me going. But thanks so much, Jen, for being here. David, I drove to California over the holidays to distribute flyers. Thank you so much. In the towns I pass through, prayers daily. Thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate it. And, it's one thing. I have a friend of mine. She's down in Louisiana, and she was right at an event where this things happened. Again, that's why I wanted to start off the day, and I apologize. My condolences to those families who had a loved one that lost their lives in that horrific, terrible attack down in New Orleans. And that hurts. That hurts to hear about that. She had reached out to me. I had to look at the news and I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, and we praying for those families. This is just not the way you need to start off 2025, you guys. We always have, like I said, a missing person case, and I had to bring that out because it happens every year. That just happens every year. We need to stop it. But they have this tragedy of someone going out and murdering. I think it was 15 people. That's something. And I really pray for those families. The guy, give them strength and comfort them and everything else. So my condolences is with those families, and I know you guys the same. Keep them in your prayers. David, I drove to California, like I said, with a holiday and distributed flyers. But like I said, she's out there passing those flyers out, and she says she's safe. All her family, friends are safe, and I'm really grateful to hear that too. All right. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You have yourself a wonderful evening. I will be doing another live pretty soon. Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Miss Q. Yes. And it's kind of funny you said it because I wanted to reach out to her the holiday and wish her well. But thank you so much for being here. And I'm seeing people jumping in now. So thank you those who are jumping in now. I truly appreciate you being Lola for being here this evening. We'll be doing live again. I'm starting to pick those things back up again, do some lives. And also, again, what I said earlier, you guys, if you guys want to help me on the Daniel Robinson Foundation, you guys want to be a part, you guys want to help me in other capacities with Please Help Find Daniel, please, you can use any one of those emails, please help find Daniel at yahoo.com. I will be going back through those again. I told you guys when I was running the campaign, it ran me behind on a lot of things. So I'm catching up right now. And again, please help find Daniel at yahoo.com. Reach out to me, or you can call the number 803-200-7994. And reach out to me that way. But yeah, definitely need some people to join in on Daniel Robinson Foundation, as well as efforts to find my son. So be a part of the team for the search and things like that. So I need the manpower needs some people. So thank you so much. You can know anybody, let me know. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Aaron. Again, everybody, take care. One last thing. I'm throwing on the bottom screen. I'm going for real this time. You have any tips? You guys have any tips for my son? Please use the tip line below. You can remain anonymous. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Live operators take your call. Again, you can remain anonymous. If you don't want to even talk to the person, they're very kind people. You don't want to talk to them, you can also text the word tip to the number, and a form will come up, and you can still remain anonymous. If you have any information that could lead to, the finding of my son, I truly appreciate it. Guys, please, it's been 3 years now. It's time to speak up. 844-602-0660, 844-602-0660. I pay for the service, and I pay for it for you, those who know something, and that's who it's for. And if you guys can leave some information that will lead to me finding my son, again, thank you, and happy holidays to you, and God bless. So take care again, you guys. I'm going for real this time. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. When the lights and camera turn off, I will be here. When the interest and conversation fade, I will be here. When there's no one around, a father will do anything it takes to be there for his son, to protect his family. Without these special people behind me, I wouldn't have a search.